So earlier today, I sold off some of my crypto portfolio. Now, I know before you start commenting, oh, he's bearish, oh, he's selling, bottom signal, bottom signal. It wasn't like that. I didn't sell off just my entire portfolio. I sold off very specific cryptos out of my portfolio. And I wanted to talk to you all about why I did it and kind of what my game plan is going forward. I've been doing a lot of thinking about 2025 as we come towards a new year, doing a lot of thinking about 2026 and how I want to position my portfolio and kind of reassess my risk profile. And because of these kind of deep thinking sessions, I decided that I wanted to sell some of my cryptos. Now, before we get into it, I know I sound a little bit weird. Your boy's sick. Cut me some slack. But anywho, let's get into it. So, what cryptos did I sell? Well, I sold off the ones in my portfolio that didn't feel special anymore. And I know that sounds so flimsy, subjective, fairy tale landy. I don't know the word to describe it. I know that sounds dumb, but hear me out. So, over the years, as I've been investing into crypto, I've had a long time, right? At this point, I've been looking at cryptocurrencies every week, every month for 6, 7 years straight now. And because of this, as time goes on, you find these narratives that you think make so much sense. And you find these cryptos that you think are so good. Like, oh, this is one of the cryptos that's going to do well. This is a crypto that's going to perform great. It has usage. It has a good founder, whatever it may be. And as time goes on, because there's so much novelty involved with finding new good projects, you catch yourself ending up with a big bag of cryptos that all serve different purposes. This is a good layer one. This is a good DEX. This is a good centralized exchange token. This is a good security token. This is a good privacy token. And in your brain at the time that you find them, you think they all are good and they all are special and it all feels so good. And you kind of create like a bit of a bond or a marriage with those cryptos. And as a result of this, over the last couple of years of doing this, I've just accumulated too many cryptos. And as time has gone on and I've gotten kind of some time separation from the moment that I bought those cryptos, I've come to realize that some of them just aren't as special as I thought they were. They're not as good as I thought they were. They don't serve as much of a purpose. They're not as useful as I thought that they were going to be. And so because of that, I just sold them off. What I realized is that going into 2026, I only want to hold cryptos that I think are genuinely special, that have something to them, a real good spark that could, all it would take is a quick narrative flip or a quick moment of excitement or some sort of euphoria for that crypto to really gain some traction. It has to have an edge. And that's what it came down to. Do I think this crypto has an edge or do I not? So let me give you an example of one of the ones that I sold off. And one day soon here, I'm going to do a full portfolio overview so you can see every single crypto in my portfolio. But let me give you an example of one of the ones I sold today. And I hate to kick it because I feel like everyone kicks this, but Ada Cardano, right? Ada Cardano is one that I know some of you absolutely love and you adore, and that's great for you. It has nothing, in my opinion, has nothing to do with your portfolio. Don't worry. But it's one of those ones I just don't see it as special anymore. Back in the day, I used to think that Charles Hoskinson was kind of one of the guys who was going to take the industry forward and lead it to a new wave. But the truth is that he's just not been all that impactful. Yeah, he is well resourced and well networked, but the truth is that he's not been super impactful. He's not really the Cardano blockchain. It's not really done much. It's not special. It doesn't have an edge over an Ethereum. It doesn't really have an edge, especially over a Solana, in my opinion. And so because of that, when I look at that, I think, why would I own ADA when I could just own more Solana? You know what I mean? And so because of that, it's an example of one of the ones that I did sell. Now, let's talk about some of the ones that I didn't sell. I didn't sell Bitcoin, obviously. I didn't sell Ethereum. I didn't sell Solana. I actually didn't sell BNB. I didn't sell Aster. Because when I look at all these cryptos that I just named, I see a lot of them as having an edge. For example, Ethereum has a traditionality edge. It's a traditional altcoin that is established well within institutional interest that is already getting investment and inflows from institutions. That gives it an edge. Solana has one of the best edges in terms of economy and ecosystem that I've ever seen before. There is not an ecosystem that thrives as much as the Solana ecosystem does still to this day after everything it's been through. Think about everything that happened with Trump and Melania and Libra and all of these tokens. Hold on, give me 1 second. My dog's by ants. Hey, Soul, come here, buddy. Come here. Good job. Sorry. I didn't want him stepping ants. Say hello. Anyway, so where was I? Yeah, it was Solana, right? Whenever you look at the Solana ecosystem, it's been through so much terrible stuff, but it still thrives and it still has an active base of traders who are there every single day. That sort of loyalty is hard to beat. Speaking of loyalty, XRP. The XRP community is one of the most loyal, diehard communities of any community in crypto that I've ever seen before. They stuck through it through 2021, 2, 3, and 4 with no benefit. By the end of 2024, though, seeing all the benefit in the world, being finally the crypto that gains attraction, which only fortified their loyalty even more. And so when I look at an XRP, it has an edge. When I look at my BNB bag, BNB is directly tied with one of the most corrupt exchanges in all of crypto. So guess who's going to have an edge? That corrupt exchange. And so do you see the way that I'm looking at it now? It has to have a reason. There has to be an edge, a specific specialty, something good to it that gives it that reason to be better than the rest. But if I looked at that crypto this morning and I thought, how is this much better than any of the other cryptos? How is this layer one better than that layer one? I just sold them. And so going into 2026, my goal is to refine my portfolio and only specifically target good opportunities that have an edge, because I'm not in the business in crypto anymore of trying to get rich in crypto. I don't need to take big gambles on 100x's anymore. I've found financial success, and I'm not trying to speak like that. That's cringe. But the truth is that I found my financial success. I don't need to try to get rich. I need to establish a well-diversified portfolio that can continue to compound the wealth that I've been able to accumulate over the last few years. And targeting and locating and isolating very good groups of cryptos that have an edge is my way of doing it. So yeah, I did sell some off. And in a video soon here, we're going to go a little bit in depth about my portfolio. I do a whole portfolio breakdown and show you everything that I have, how much of the percentage of it, of my portfolio is in, and all that good stuff, and hopefully you like it. So outside of that, nothing else has changed. I am still holding a whole bunch of my cryptos over on iTrust Capital. I don't want to pay crypto taxes if I don't have to, so don't forget to check that out down below. I still do have my short trade open, which is a hedge against my long-term portfolio. That bad boy is still open. I am still doing a little bit of stuff over on Polymarket and the prediction markets. I don't do a whole bunch of trading over on Polymarket, but I do. One thing I am looking forward to is in 2026, we're going to get a lot of those. Will ETH hit an all-time high by 2026? Will Bitcoin hit an all-time high in 2026? We're going to get a lot of those really gaining volume. I want to trade some of those because I do have an opinion on that, which I will share with you in a future video. So I am still doing some predictions market stuff. I'm still holding, crypto on my iTrust Capital retirement accounts. I still have my hedge trade open over on BTCC, but outside of that, I've sold off the ones in my portfolio that I just didn't think were special anymore. And that just is what it is, okay? So we'll go over it one day. I would love to hear your opinions about it. And let me know, have you restructured or reshaped your portfolio at all? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you all later. Peace.